Hey, and welcome to the second Invadence devlog. Today, I'm going to be showing the progress we have made on our game since the first devlog. If you haven't seen the first one, I recommend watching it first, but if not, I will give you a quick summary of what our game is. So, Invadence is pretty much a first-person tower defense game on the planet Mars. You have to collect resources, use those resources to craft items, and then use those items to defend yourself from incoming enemy robots. Now that you know what our game is, let's get started into what we did this week. First, we actually made the artwork for the ores, so they're not just spheres with random textures. We also added two new ores, copper and coal, which don't do anything yet, but we have big plans for them. Don't they just look amazing? We also made the ores spawn in random directions and sizes, so they aren't just all facing the same way, and so it doesn't get repetitive. Also, speaking of ores, now when you break them, the texture actually changes. This is so the player can tell how broken the ore is instead of just guessing. First, the texture starts like this, and as you break it, it progresses to this. It also does this on all the different ores that we have. Just one more small thing about the ores, we added icons to them in your inventory instead of just a blank square. This looks so much better. They still are temporary, but it looks so much better. We also added a brand new building system. This system is a lot better than before in many ways. One of the main things that we added is this little box that shows where the item you're about to place will go. It also makes it a lot easier to place items in the correct spot. The box also goes red when you can't place an item, and this is very helpful instead of just like spam clicking and wondering why the item wouldn't place without the box, which is pretty neat. It is still a work in progress, but it's a lot better than before. Another thing that we added to the building system is the ability to actually break items. This makes the game feel a lot more complete, making it so you can actually build some pretty cool things without having to restart if you place something wrong. You are not the only one able to break items though, the robots can do it as well. If the robots get stuck at any time, they can decide to break items so they can continue trying to destroy your terminal. This makes it so you can't just circle your terminal and turrets or solar panels and never lose because they'll get stuck and not be able to get to your terminal. This week, we also added a few new items you can craft and place around the map. First, we added the jump pad. It doesn't have a model or textures yet, but we'll get to that soon, don't worry. The jump pad launches you into the air so you can dodge robots or get really high really fast. It is also really fun to create a jump pad course and just parkour around the map. We also added the speed launcher. The speed launcher does what its name suggests. It makes you super fast. This is so you can move around the large map quickly and collect ores on the opposite side of the map. You can also kill robots that are far away with the power of speed. Lastly, we added the walls. They don't have textures yet and we're going to update the model soon, but they are still pretty cool. You can place them next to each other and on top of each other to create pretty cool bases. Soon we will add more wall-like items so you can create even cooler and more custom bases to defend your terminal. The most important thing that we have done over this entire week is we actually made the play button work, so the game is actually playable. I know this is a really original idea to add, but we just thought it was a really cool idea to have a play button that works. To finish this video off, I'm going to be talking about some of the major and minor bugs that we fixed this week. One of the biggest bugs is that the robots became stuck on the ores and would not be able to move. We fixed this pretty easily by just changing the hitbox of the ores, and now the robots can be free again. We also fixed a bug where you could place objects inside of each other, like a solar panel going through an automatic drill. The drill in your hand also used to teleport around, and that has been fixed as well. Thank you so much for watching our second devlog on our game Invadence. If you want to receive updates on our game, make sure to subscribe and join our Discord for just a good time.